I have trouble. Okay, it's recording. I have trouble sometimes when it's recording, it's not actually recording. So before we get started, for those of you that are here, all 35 of you, I want you to put a comment in the comments of your favorite food. Just comment it and then ignore it, okay? Just do that, and I'm moving on. We're going to talk about recruiting / sponsoring tonight. I want this to be a very, we always say we want everyone to talk. So if you have ideas or you have things that have worked for you or you have questions, please say, hey, I want to say something, because we are going to be better together. One of the things that I wanted to start with is talking about this new incentive. I'm about to ask like y'all can respond to me. I hope most of you have gotten a chance. Okay, sorry, not doing what I want to do here. I hope most of you have gotten a chance to look at the incentive. I was so excited to look at the incentive yesterday because of the fact that I feel like this is a very attainable incentive. It's very much, I'm looking for my picture of it. It's a lot like it was not yesterday. It's a lot like it was last spring, summer, and that is awesome. I feel like the last time we did it, we had a lot of people earn it, and I think that we can double that this time as well. So I want to briefly go over that since we're having this chat, and for the people that are going to be watching the recording, because I know a lot of times these things can be a little confusing, or if you're just starting, you have no idea what this means, right? So when you look at this piece of paper, we have it is in your incentive tab now. They have the tracker already up, which by the way is awesome. If you've been around for a while, you know that having that up now is really great. And they have all the information. We've also posted it in Brave, and you may have seen it elsewhere too. If you're looking for something that you saw posted and it's something that's releasing or something new, go look in the albums, because I'm trying to make sure we put things in the albums too, even if that means it's double posted. That way it's not too hard to find things that we're looking for. But what I posted in Brave looks like this, right? So hopefully some of you have seen it. There are 3 levels to this incentive. And what I love about this incentive is that it is 4 months. By the way, it ends the last day of June, which means we have July to breathe. These last few, well, since I've joined, incentives have been through July, and we immediately start a new one in August. So it was a great breather getting off of this 6-month incentive and having January, and now February, and now we're starting a new one. So we have 4 months: February, March, April. No, I don't even know what this month is. March, April, May, and June. Okay, 4 months to earn this. And when you look at it, don't let it freak you out. Don't let it scare you. Take bite-sized pieces. I always say when you're making your plan, to make your plan for the highest level, because if you do and you fall short, you still earned a level. So there are 3 different levels, and for all the levels, there's also a top 50, but I'm going to talk about level 1, 2, and 3. You can earn, if you've been around for a little bit, or most of you probably have seen, we have when we transition to a new catalog, you can buy a transition kit, a season sales kit or scent kit that has warmers or bars in it. You can actually earn this for free. And I'll tell you that I earned it last summer when they did it, and it was so awesome showing up at my doorstep in August completely free. Did I get the PRV for it? No, but I don't really care. I got it free. And so everything I did with that, whether I made samples or I used it in my own house or if I sold it, I didn't pay for it. So that was a big deal. So level 1, you're going to get the fall winter new season sales kit for the scent categories. Plus you're going to get an exclusive warmer designed for the incentive. They have not released that yet. As soon as we see it, we'll definitely share it. Last season, it was butterflies, the warmer. And then as it went up, there was a diffuser. So I think this time it's only a warmer. Plus you get 500 points toward the fall winter incentive. If you are like, whatever, I'm telling you right now, that is the reason to earn these incentives. Sabrina and I were kind of talking about that, and or I think we were talking about on the director call the other night, and how those points that you get for this working in the summer is so beneficial for the fall, especially this last fall incentive. Some of you may been one of the people that maybe you fell just a little bit short, and if you had had those points, it would have pushed you over to the next level, and I'm telling you, it is amazing. So to earn that, you have to sell 1,000 PRV from March 1st to the end of June. You can do that. And sponsor one new consultant that hits certified. So this one new consultant has to join from yesterday to the last day of June, and they hit $1,000. For level 2, you're going to sell 2,500 PRV within the 4-month period, and you're going to sponsor 2 new consultants that hit certified. And with that, you're going to get a fall winter new season sales kit for home and scent. That means you're going to get the bars and you're going to get the warmers or whatever they give you. Okay, pause, type in your favorite color. You do want those points. And then you're also going to get an exclusive warmer designed for the incentive. Plus, you get 1,500 points towards the fall winter incentive. Or if you don't want any of that, you could just take a $300 gift card to they had the places listed. I can't remember. I looked at them. I know last season it was like Marriott, Tiffany's, Apple, and Nike. I think that's exactly what it was. So you can do that. And then level 3, you're selling $3,500, sponsoring 3 people that hit certified. You're going to get the new season sales kit, the scent category, an exclusive warmer, an exclusive 2-piece set of Scentsy branded luggage. I'm here for that. I'm just saying. And then plus you're going to get 3,000 points towards the fall winter incentive. Plus you're going to get $300 shopping spree to one of the 4 name brand stores. Or forget all that and you can just take a $1,000 shopping spree. Now, I'll tell you, level 3, that I feel like it's better than last year. I don't even remember everything I got last year, but I feel like this is much better than last year because even on top of that, they're giving me $300 at one of these stores, which is pretty amazing. So I share this with all of you because we're going to talk about recruiting and we're going to talk about sponsoring, and all the incentives that Scentsy always puts out for us is to help us do those things, because those things are going to be the things that are going to help you make more money. If we're just being blunt and honest, if you want to make more money in Scentsy, those are the things that are going to help you. Now, I know that sponsoring and recruiting is hard, and I know that it's scary. I was just talking to a small group of directors, and I said, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I find lately it's even more difficult for me to dog. To actually share the opportunity with people. So I've said this before, and I just want to say it again. No matter how long you've done Scentsy, whether you're brand new or you've been around for years, you get to a place sometimes where it gets hard. I find it's more difficult to do it with people I personally know in real life. I really enjoy getting my customers to join if I don't know them in real life, because then I also don't feel as pushy if I'm trying to help them hit goals. You guys all know what it's like, right? So recruiting, though, is so beneficial to your business. 6 years ago in January is when my first 2 people joined me, and they joined when we had the same exact incentive. We can have a $15 join all day long. We can have a $49 join all day long, but I'm telling you right now, this is one of the best join specials ever. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go look in the albums for March, because they hit that 515 days, and they're going to earn that shooting star kit free. That shooting star kit is the bomb. It is amazing. I did all the math today with it because someone said, well, what's the value of it? It literally is $300 value that they're going to get free. Here's the thing. Someone joins you today. They spend the next 15 days working, and they hit that $500 in sales. Well, if they join you the first half of the month, most likely they're going to hit more than $500 sales anyways, if they're pushing for that goal. But when they hit $500, their commission right there is already $100. Well, they invested $99 in. So on top of that, they get their investment back, you know, minus the shipping and taxes, but work a little harder, make that extra 20 bucks back, right? And then you get all that stuff free. It is absolutely amazing. So we're going to talk about recruiting, how to do it, some tips and tricks, some things that have worked. And I'd love to hear from you guys too. I'm going to keep an eye on this chat as well, just to see if you have questions. You can throw them out there. I can answer them. Someone else can answer them. But I was talking with another small group of my frontline people, and I told them, like I just said a minute ago, if you want to make money in this business, you want to grow a team. But the difference in this business, and like when people not the difference, but when people say like MLM is blah, 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 or whatever, the thing is, you don't make money for them just signing up and joining your team, period. You don't. They have to do something. You have to do something. And you may have somebody that joins your team and they're a rock star and their sales are there and it is just amazing. But if you're not pulling your part, then you're not going to make the money. You're not going to make any extra money. And what your part is pulling at least your 500 PRV. So if you think that you want to earn more money and you want to grow a team, then and you want to make money off of them, you need to set it in your head immediately. I need to hit 500 PRV. Get $200 out of your head. Get that $200 in the first 5 to 10 days of the month, and then focus on getting to 500, because that's where your leadership pay begins. Okay, go ahead and comment your favorite animal, and I'm going to continue. I have this paper I just found. I'm sure it's somewhere in Brave. Don't know. I'll look for it and try and like bump it up or something. But it's called Sponsor Hustle 50. And there's 50 things in here about sponsoring. And it says the directions of it. We probably used it in some program we did at one time in the past 6 years. But it says to print it, complete it, and highlight when you do each one, and then repeat it. Because when you do the simple things like this paper talks about, you're going to see those results. One of the simplest and yet most tedious and sometimes most challenging thing, and really it's the easiest thing to do when you're newer in this business, is to make a list of people that you want to ask to join your team. It can be hard. It can be overwhelming. I made a list of 25 today. I sent it to a few people that I'm working with accountability. And I told them, I was like, don't think that making this list was easy for me, because it was not easy at all. It doesn't get easier just because you've been doing this for a little while. But making a list is so important. And I started with 25 because I'm going to go through those 25. I'm going to chat with them, make sure they saw the special. Not going to be pushy. I'm going to answer their questions. If they're not interested, you know what I'm going to say? Great. If you know anyone else that's looking to make a little extra money, would you send them my way? And they're going to say, yeah, sure, no problem. End it like that. Don't push people. You don't want people on your team because they feel guilty. I mean, they're not going to, because they have to pay $100 now. Like, it's not like it's a $15 join. There is some investment in this. So make a list of 25, go through it, then make a list of another 25. I just saw a question and I didn't answer about the host exclusive kit. 99% sure that is correct. They can use it and they get it because they're still joining. So if they have the host exclusive kit, they can use it, hit their 500, they earn it all free. So in this sponsor hustle, it has lots of ideas on recruiting. Before I go there, I want to tell you the whole topic of this conversation was going to be recruiting versus sponsoring. But that was before we knew we had this incentive. So I really wanted to talk heavily on recruiting, but I really think that could be where we can give and take here a little. So I want to talk, before we go into that, about sponsor. Oh, go dog, go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, he unplugged my computer. Hold on. Laptop die these days, so. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, so if someone joins your team, it's awesome. It's the best thing ever. But they don't join your team and then know what to do immediately. Your job as their sponsor is to walk them through the steps. Now, here's the thing that Cincy has done for us, and some of you have probably heard me say this through the last couple of years. They now have that checklist when you log in, when you first join. I always tell people, you need to do your checklist in your first day or two. Let's get that going. That's going to show you how to set up your party. Then you can set up an event on Facebook. And then we're going to, I'll work with you with your launch party. You can't force people to do it. You may have had people that joined you before and they've fallen off, or they haven't done what they said they were going to do, and it discouraged you. Trust me, I know it's discouraging. One of my first team members in Florida actually sent her kit back after she got it, and didn't even tell me. I got an email about it. And I was like, what? You know, how awkward is that, right? So I know a lot of people, most people will experience that in your time with Cincy, and that's okay. But as their leader, your job is to guide them. When I tell people, I will help you hit the 500, I do not mean I'm giving you sales. I do not mean I'm giving you my customers. I mean that I am going to teach you the things I've done. I will help you with your launch party. Majority of my launch parties these days are on Facebook, or I show them how to do, oh my gosh, text parties, but that's only because my people are not local to me. Lisa had someone join her yesterday, and they're doing a home party. How about this? And I don't even know if your team member's on here, but if she is, okay. Go ahead and comment with your favorite drink. But Lisa had someone join her, and she's due 14 days from yesterday, due with the baby. And she wants to have the launch party at Lisa's house. That way she can earn that kit. Most people would say they couldn't because they're having a baby in 2 weeks, right? But this girl saw the benefit of it, and it's our job as the sponsor for people to see the benefit in joining Cincy, why this month is a good month, because this special has not been around for a while. And Jennifer Nell, I think Erin would agree with you. Sorry, I just had to throw that out there. I was thinking it was Jillian. I was like, Jillian, don't be drinking that right now. Anyways, sorry, I should not be looking. I'm getting sidetracked. So, you know, it's our job as their sponsor to show them why they want to join Cincy. And one of the ways we do that is by having fun, showcasing. That's all there. Anyway, so I was talking about sponsoring. So when someone joins you, or even if you have 2 or 3 people join you this month, you may get overwhelmed. But guess what? There's lots of checklists that lots of us have put together to help you throughout the years. We can bump them up. I'm sure they're in the files somewhere to help you know that you're doing the right things with them. Really, it's just chatting with them every day. Where are you at? Where are you at? How can I help you? Making sure they do the checklist. When you have people do the checklist on the workstation, it is going to help you so much more, because they're going to be more educated. They're going to know what to do. I can always tell if someone has done that checklist or not, always. And I don't know. So that is what I always try to have people do first. Then we move on to the next thing. So we can talk a little bit about sponsoring afterwards. But let's go into recruiting. I'm going to share a couple things, but really I would love for some other people to jump in and share what has worked for you. We have some really great recruiters. If you've recruited one person, you're an amazing recruiter. So pat yourself on the back. And if you haven't, well, it's okay. You know, it takes time. And I think I said this when I started. If I didn't, I meant to. It does get easier. I feel like once you recruit your first person, it gets easier. But if you stop, you almost go back to that part where it's hard again until you get that person or 2 that do something, okay? When you are recruiting people, you've got to think, you know, I'm just going to tell you how I do it. Well, I think of people, who do I know that this business could help them, right? I'm not trying to spam people. I'm not trying to just get everybody and their dogs to join me. I mean, yeah, I would love for everyone to join me, but really I want people to join me that want to put in a little bit of work for it, that maybe will be a little excited, and who it could help benefit them. Many times, like in my circle, because I'm a stay-at-home mom and I'm a homeschooling mom, I'm a military wife, just describing some of the things I am. I find for me, the people that are surrounded around me, what Cincy does for them is it just allows them to have a little more financial freedom, even if they're making $100 to $200 extra a month. Now, when people join, I am very quick to say, look, this is not a get rich thing. You're going to make as much money as you want, but you have to put in the effort. And it's a lot of you that I'm seeing your names on my screen right here, you know that to be true because you've been around, I know when I put in more effort this given month, my paycheck's going to be more, right? Whether that be my sales or however I'm doing it. I'm always having to change things. So I'm honest with people. I look for people this business can bless them. So how on earth do I find people? Well, one of the best ways I find people is I host parties. Sabrina, I know, does a lot of home parties. I do a lot of online parties or text parties. I did see someone ask about text parties. We can talk about that. Remind me after. I do that, and I always try and connect with the people. I personally always take their order most of the time, and then I'll go to my website and I'll put it in as if I'm them. Or I'll chat with them and then I'll give them the link so they can do it as long as they know what they're doing. What that does is that gives me that connection with them, because the next thing I can say is, hey, I have a customer group. Would you like to join it? And then they get to see me live Scentsy. Okay. So if you're just posting once a month about joining your Scentsy team, no offense, but chances are people don't see it. If you only post it once a month or once every couple of months, if it's seen, it's probably overlooked, right? I'm always trying to do like little videos, or I use my kids, or little pictures showing what fun we're having with Scentsy. I have gotten away from it a little bit more when it's payday. I'm saying that because I need to get back to it. When it's payday, you know, I would show a picture of my card or talk about Scentsy payday. I'm taking my kids to lunch today. You know, making sure anything I do or I post brought it back to the fun Scentsy has. Who said to me today, I don't know, I've chatted with a lot of people today, but someone told me that, maybe it was Amanda Berry, I don't remember, from the people that have joined them, that they didn't really necessarily, I don't know if they said they didn't know them, but one of the reasons they joined them was because they saw how much fun they were having. And you showcase that by going to events and then posting pictures, or even a call like this, taking a picture right now and then posting something fun about it, how you're in it with a group call. You know, people thrive and they want community a lot of times, and that is a big thing. So on this list, it talks about sharing one reason a day or a week why your Scentsy business is fun and beneficial to you. Another thing it talks about is to join groups based on your personal interests to make new friends. The past 6 months, I've been part of a April 2020 due date group on Facebook. I'm friends with a couple of them on social media now, but I've been growing these relationships. Every day we're talking, you know, whether I'm supporting someone like, oh, my goodness, you know, I hope your husband's feeling better, or we're talking about something we're feeling, being pregnant, I don't know, or a test we're having to take, but I'm making that connection. Oh, it's Adriana. See, I told you I talked to a lot of people today. So I don't do that to spam them. I do that to build new relationships. I do a lot of it online because of the fact that I'm home a lot. That's how I work my business. But if you're out and about a lot, or you're doing things, you can go to mom groups, you can go to church functions, I don't know, car shows. Trying to think of things you guys do. I met Lisa at our kids did T-ball. You know, just all the things. Your kids go to gymnastics. Talk to people. Don't go to these things and just be looking at your phone. Get to know people and talk to them. And while you're at it, when you're going around at these places, make sure you have something Scentsy on you. Whether it's a cup, whether it's a bag, a shirt. I had a bag when we first moved here. I had my Scentsy purse, and I was going for our first ultrasound. And when I was sitting in there, I saw there was a girl. She was very pregnant, and she was with her husband. And I wasn't on my phone. I was trying to be friendly, you know, super excited about this ultrasound. But this girl says, oh, I like your purse. And I was like, oh, thanks. I'm like, that's weird. It's a Scentsy purse. And she's like, I sell Scentsy too. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So even though, like, obviously she's not joining my team, there's that connection made where now we're friends on Facebook and we chat, and we may not be like besties, but you build that connection. She would not have known I was a Scentsy consultant. She may not have even spoken to me if she hadn't have seen my bag. It goes the same way for so many things. Branding myself helped me so much in the beginning. I'm just telling you. I don't know. I am not overly pushy with people anymore, especially. I've learned. I see sometimes people will message me and I'll see a chat we had years ago when I first joined, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I wrote that to someone, right? Like, pretty spammy. But I've learned a lot through the years, and I think in this business we learn a lot through as you keep going. And the great thing you guys have is you have leadership that we're trying to teach you, like, let's not be spammy, but let's do it. And one of the ways is when you meet people, friend them on Facebook. I have gotten so many new customers at my church because they're friends with me on Facebook. I'm not seeking them out. I'm not, even just the other day, sorry, I guess I'm too loud. Just the other day, sitting in church, a lady says, hey, I need to talk to you. And I was like, okay. She's like, but about business. And I was like, okay. She's like, but not today, because the way we don't work on Saturdays. So I was like, okay. Well, now that I've just said that, I realized I should follow up with her and figure out what she wanted to talk about, right? But I've had people who are, because they see the life I'm living with Cincy, they are asking things. So on my personal Facebook, I am all about like real life. I don't get a lot of comments on my Cincy. You may not either, but I guarantee you, your people are seeing it. Post your favorite vacation spot. Okay, so your people are seeing it, and that's something you need to know, even if they're not liking it or they're not commenting or any of that stuff. Because I can post something Cincy, somebody may not say anything, but then I can turn around over there and I can post about my baby, and all of a sudden I've got 50 comments. So people are seeing your stuff. And that's also why it is so important on social media to make sure you have a really good balance between your life and Cincy. If you're not sharing your life, you should be. Like, I can't even tell you how beneficial it is. Right before this call, I made a post. We're leaving Saturday we're leaving Friday actually on a road trip to Colorado. I'm 35 weeks pregnant and we're going skiing. Don't worry, I'm not skiing, but I'm driving or riding to Colorado. So I made this post that I saw someone had about a toilet seat or whatever you could put on your car. And so I tagged my sister-in-laws because they're pregnant and my mother-in-law, and I posted something funny on Facebook about it. And just in that, one of my customers that doesn't order very often, she made a comment. And then guess what? She messaged me, hey, I need to place an order. It's a reminder to them that I'm a real person, right? I'm not just wax and warmers all the time. So she saw that, and then she commented, and then she writes me with an order. Lots of different things you can do. I'm really talking about social media. Does anyone want to add a few things and let me breathe while I look through this paper?
I wrote down a whole list of things.
Go for it.
Okay, I'll try to be fast though.
Oh.
And you kind of already said some of it. Okay, the first thing I wrote down was to have a goal and a plan, and Cassie already talked about that. But to me is tracking is key on that. So if your goal is 1,000 or 2,000 a month for PRV, Cassie asked us today, I don't know if she asked us, she asked me, but what my goals were, and I really do have goals, so yay for that. But I had to put that my goal for this month was 1,000 PRV, which it should be 2,000 by the way, but right now it's 1,000. And then I wanted to sponsor at least one person. So make sure you have those goals in place, but also I think putting something visually is extremely important, whether it be a background on your phone or a note somewhere or in your planner or on your wall or on your mirror, wherever. Put something where you can see what your goal is. And then, like Cassie used to, I don't know if you still do this, but she used to post like a picture of her PRV she needed, $400, right? You need 400. So somebody just ordered a 6-pack minus 30, and she would track it like that. So it was visually there and she could always see the numbers. And I think that's really important. So I do something like that as well. So visually where you can see your goals, track them, and frequently come back to that and update it. Have a goal, but don't just have a goal, have a plan to go with it, because isn't a goal without a plan just a wish or something like that, a dream, or I don't know. Anyway, the next one I had was show up everywhere. So when I say that, I mean show up on the team pages. They're there for a reason. Show up on the calls, show up and learn, show up everywhere, but also show up in your personal life on social media. So people, you know, the more you post, the more your posts are seen. I don't know if you guys know the algorithm stuff, but that's important. So show up on social media. People want to and need to see what and how you're doing, and you can incorporate Scentsy into your life, just like Cassie said on posting on social media. So make sure you're transparent and show people why you're working your business too, because they want to know your why. It doesn't have to be their why, but it's pretty cool when people know what you're working for. Ask everyone. We learned this a long time ago. It's automatically no if you never ask. So ask everyone, all the people, all your waitresses or waiters at the restaurant, your drive-through at Starbucks or wherever. Ask anyone, your bank person, because your answer is always no if you don't ask. Make sure you, when you do ask people, especially people you know and you've built relationships with them, make sure you, when you're asking them, instead of being spammy, like she said, make sure you're thinking about business could fit them. I might join because I want, this is why I joined. I joined because my friend started a new business and I like the product, and so, hey, yeah, I'll join. And there was a really awesome join special that is the one that's this month. And so I was like, yeah, I'll do it, because I was going to earn my $100 back anyway, and I was getting a kit for free that was over $300, and my friend was getting help. So that's why I joined. But you might join because you need to pay daycare or dance classes, or you know, want to pay off some car that you have or some debt that you have, or whatever your reason is. Maybe you want to go on all the trips. You never know somebody else's why, but make sure you, when you ask people, you're thinking about how it would benefit them, but also why would they be good at it? Like when you're asking someone, you might say, you know, I think you would be really great at this because of something personal about them, you know, something about them and how they would be good at it and why it would benefit them. I hope that makes sense. Also, do you want me to stop talking? Okay. Listen to or read the Become a Recruiting Superstar by Mary Christensen. It's really good. And then another one I mentioned a couple weeks ago was Mindset by Carol S. Dweck. And those are both really important. Believe that you can. Every time you hear those voices telling you that you can't sponsor someone, or you're not good at that, because that's where I struggle. Or they're just going to say no, or there's no reason to ask that person, or you get super nervous and you're like, no, I'm not going to do it, and you let fear get in the way. Kick that to the curb, because you can do it, and people do want to join your team, and they do want to be a part of this because we're awesome and we love each other and we have great relationships, and there's so much more than just wax and warmers and a paycheck. It's so much more than that. But whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So if you think you can't, then you really can't. So you got to change your mindset and believe in yourself and believe that you can do the things. And then, oh, the last thing was these challenges that Scentsy gives us, or incentives, I guess. The join specials, the incentive that we're doing right now, they're set up to progress your business. So we already have all the things in place. We can already get our paychecks every month, but then they add these things in there. And if you do the things that it takes to earn these incentives, then you can't hurt your business. You can only help your business. So I think that's all I have, Cassie. Sorry, it was long.
No, that was good. It was not that long. If you didn't see, I'd commented with your favorite music artist. So go ahead and comment that. One of the things she was talking about, and I wanted to add, and some of you may have heard this through the years, something Chuck Orville said a long time ago was, when you're offering the opportunity to someone, because I think one of the hardest things for us is to hear no, right? We take it personal. It's like someone offering, your waitress coming by asking if you want coffee, and you're like, no, thank you, and they go away. If you've ever been a waitress before, if they're sitting there talking, you may come back up and ask again, like a cup of coffee. No, thank you. I don't mean anything personal to that waitress when I'm saying no, thank you. I just don't want the coffee. Well, this happened recently. I was at a restaurant with women. I didn't want the coffee. And then like 15 minutes later, I'm like, hey, could I get some coffee? My mind had changed, or maybe that's what happened, but maybe I ask again as the server and they're like, yeah, I think I'll take some, or even a refill. If the people tell you no, don't take it personal. A lot of times that simply means not right now. And I tell you that from experience. So many people have joined my team later because they have what they continue to watch me. I'm going to say something I haven't said in a long time. I used to tell early on in my business when my team was, 1, 2, 6, 10, 15 people, I would always say, people, and I find this true today, people want to know you're not going to quit before they join you. In network marketing, people quit so much, so often. I'm sure many of you have experienced it. You've seen it, right? It happens. And they want to make sure you're not going to quit. Many times people are jumping from this business to that business. And a lot of people don't join for fear of failure, plain and simple. And they're going to be looking for someone that isn't going to quit. Amanda, can you share that story real fast? You know what story I'm talking about? The Facebook post you saw? You posted about it in Brave.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Can I find it real quick? Because I know I have it.
Yes. So she's going to share. As I was saying that, it made me think about that. So one of the things you can do with recruiting, and it's not going to someone saying, hey, will you join my team, is to create a referral program. There has been quite a bit of chatter on Brave about a referral program before. So for me, when someone joins my team because somebody referred them, I am so thankful. Now, if they join my team and they do something, oh, I'm really thankful, right? So I have gone so far as where I have actually given the other person a warmer, a $30 warmer. So someone joined my team. She hit her shooting star in 15 days. And so I wrote her friend that had been my customer, and I just said, hey, as a thank you for referring so-and-so to me, I would love to gift you a warmer of your choice, a $30 warmer of your choice. I ended up using a perpetual reward. She was local to me. I didn't have to pay shipping. And I gave her this warmer. It was the last Scentsy she got from me because that girl is still on our team, right? This has been years. She hasn't bought Scentsy from me in like 4 years at least. But because she referred that customer to me, that team member to me, I wanted to reward her. And here's the thing, a reward does not have to be that big. Send them a scent circle, send them a bar in the mail. Look what you have in stock at your house, because the more you do this, the more free stuff you end up getting. See what you've got and gift it to them, because if someone is referring you to someone else, they are doing your job and they are helping you. And that is one of the biggest compliments I can get. Hey, I know this girl, she sells Scentsy, she's da-da-da. They joined my team. Today, I had someone place an order with me, and her message showed up in my others folder, actually, because she's never ordered from me, but she was referred to me. So I want to offer everyone that orders from me this month the opportunity, because it's such a great deal. Even if you don't love it, that's what I tell people. Give it a shot. What do you have to lose? You can get this stuff free. And then if you don't love it, you don't love it. But chances are, if they hit that shooting star, they're going to stick around a little longer, because my goal is ultimately to get them to certified and then to help them decide they want to work towards this incentive too. But you take things step by step by step, right? So I said to her, yes, I can place this order for you. I wanted to let you know, if you or anyone you know is interested in making a little extra money, we have an amazing join special I would love to share. And she's like, okay, great. I'll share with anyone I know. That's all. It didn't hurt me. But guess what? Now she knows that I'm someone that is actively seeking in my business. I took her payment, placed her order. But you never know, she'll join my team one day. And I put her in the ear. She hears somebody talking about how they need a little extra money. Going along with that coffee story, sometimes a no is not right now. So when somebody tells you no, even if they're rude to you, I've had people be rude to me before, and then they come back. They're friends. If they're rude to me, they're usually my friends. And then they come back and they decide to join. Keep those relationships. If someone joins your team, here's a total side note. But if they join your team and they decide they don't want to do this, they want to try another company, love them through it. One of the worst things you can do is to get mad and get bitter and to be rude to them and to push them off. Love them through it. So tell them, good luck on your adventure. Most of the time, they will come back. I'm just, from personal experience, it has happened many times. But I'm not going to hate someone because they think another business is better for them. You want to make sure that you keep and maintain the relationships you have with those people around you, because even if they end up not coming back, they're going to refer their people to you. They're going to refer friends to you. They're looking for wax. Amanda, do you have it? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so one of my friends posted on Facebook one day, and I asked her before I shared this in I think I shared it in Brave, right? But anyway, I asked her because I wanted my team or you guys to know what she was saying. She's not in direct sales at all. She is not interested in direct sales right now because I've asked her before, but this is what she posted. For those of you that sell products via social media, there are two things that will make me never want to buy your product. Number one, if you jump around from one company to another, you can't love one thing so much and then say the exact same thing about a different companies later and expect me to believe you. Number two, if you sell something that I can see directly, like makeup or skincare, etc., do not post a picture with a filter. If you aren't willing to let me truly see what the product does, it likely doesn't do what you're claiming and probably isn't worth the price you're asking. I can get the same results with what I have at home if I use a filter too. That's all.
I just thought it was really good to go on what I was saying at that time. Okay, so a few things I circled on here. I'm going to go through really fast, and then you, if anyone wants to ask any questions or add anything, maybe we're not giving enough for recruiting. Honestly, it boils down to talking to people, 100%. My husband got home, he and I are chatting, and I was just, I don't know, I sat down on the floor for some reason, and I looked at my list of 25, and I thought, I'm going to send 2 messages right now. Taking the time that you have, even if it's when you're in bed, even if it's when you're waking, you know, whatever time you have, take a little bit of time and talk to people. If you're not talking to people, even messaging them, you're not going to get anyone to join your team. If you're only posting on Facebook, a lot of times you're not going to get them to join your team. If you make a post on Facebook, I did get the question today, hey, I posted this, someone asked me a question, what do I say? That is a great question to actually ask. What do you say? One of the things that I love to say to people is do not have diarrhea of the mouth, okay? When you have diarrhea of the mouth, you're giving too much information and they're not going to join your team. It's overwhelming. Give the simple facts and then let them lead the questions. I have a new team member. She joined last night and we were chatting, and she's been a customer for a while, and she's so excited about that shooting star kit. She says, well, what happens if I don't hit this goal? I said, well, you just don't get the kit, but we're going to work really hard to hit that goal. 90% of the people that join my front line hit 515 days because I'm working with them every single day for 15 days. And then as long as they're working with me. If they're not working with me, they probably usually don't hit it. I'm just being honest. Not because of me, but because they're not really doing it. They're not trying. And then after that, I usually go to every 3 or 4 days, I'm chatting with them through their 70-day for sensational start, keeping them on track. Because I don't want to be like in your face all the time, you know. But in those first 15 days, it is very valuable to them and their business and your business for you to be chatting with them and talking with them. Mind you, by the way, in the incentive this month, if you have someone joins you and they hit 515 days, you get $50 product credit. Just saying, that's pretty big. That's double what it normally is. Say you have 4 people that join you this month, they all hit it. That is $200 in product credit. Well, what do I need product credit for? Well, I'm all about making money. So one of the things, a lot of people pay me by PayPal. They could pay me by PayPal and I use my product credit and I just made extra money. Or I can use it on product I personally want, or I can use it on gifts, or I can use it on business supplies. It is endless, you guys. A lot of times I save up my product credit, just as a little tip, for when we have transition months. We just had transition month. So, you know, you can probably spend it, but like more in the summer, I'll start saving it up. And towards the end of the year, I'll start saving it up. That way, when it's time to buy new catalogs and things like that, I have that to buy it. I got totally sidetracked. I don't know. But so anyways, that's a huge perk. So what do you say if someone joins? Keep it simple. Or if they are interested, I let them know they've got to sell 200 1 month out of every 4 months, or they'll go inactive. I let them know what a great community we have. Building your community, just like Amanda said, and showing up is so vital to your business. in the comments, comment with how many children you have, even if that's 0. I'm really reaching here for things for y'all to comment with, by the way. What was I saying? So keep it simple, the 200, and then I let them lead. She says last night, I think I might want to do this. I think I do. I'm like, what do you have to lose? Let's try it. If you're willing to invest the $99, let's give it a go. Oh, the community. Showing up the community is so important, and allowing your team to be able to experience that as well. Our community is busy. Our community is amazing. I'm seeing so many great things posted by so many of you guys these days that I'm like, man, it's amazing to see the new names that are posting ideas, posting encouraging things, posting all these things that are doing nothing but lifting all of us up. And that's the point with our whole group, is to lift us all up and to be better. So one of the tips on this piece of paper is to spend 10 minutes a day commenting and getting to know the people on your social media better and to create friendships. So I think that, yes. So, okay, before I go back to that, Lexi just said that if you hear that, one awesome thing she heard in a training, the product credit that you get, use it towards the new people. Like, offer them an incentive to reach 1,000. They'll give you 20, and I'll give you $25 product credit. So something I've done, doing that will be very beneficial for you right now, especially for the incentive. A couple years ago when the Scentsy Go came out, I had 3 people that had joined me, and I said, hey, if you reach, and they all hit shooting star, right? And I said, if you hit your 1,000 by the end of this month, then I will give you a Scentsy Go for free. Y'all, they all went for it, and they all got it. And then what I did was I had strategically planned my parties where I had half off items, and then I'd use the $25 towards the Scentsy Go. So if you want to pick what you give them, maybe, you know, I've had people that have joined my team that they love, love, love the Scentsy Buddies. I'll give you a Scentsy Buddy of your choice if you do this. You're incentivizing them. Now, I'm not a huge, like, let's give everybody, and I'm not a huge, let's spend all your Scentsy money on buying gifts for everyone. Been around for a long time. Maybe I did that early on. It gets very difficult when you get more and more and more people, right? But when it comes to that kind of stuff, don't be afraid to do that. She gave a really, really great idea. So, so spending 10 minutes a day commenting and getting to know the people, that's going to help you build more relationships. Let me tell you what's going to help you do too. It's going to help your Facebook clear up a little bit, where it's not all Scentsy all over your Facebook. I don't know, maybe you don't have that problem. I find that all mine is Scentsy, right? And so I'm over here like looking for people just so I can know what my friends outside of Scentsy are doing. And then if I interact with them, then they're going to see my stuff too. It's the whole algorithm thing, and it's huge. One of the things that is really big, and like Amanda said, I messaged all the directors today, and I was asking, what are your goals for the month? And when I got blanket goals like, oh, what did she say to me? I don't remember. Sabrina gave me some lame goal, and I was like, I'm sorry, you don't get soft love from me. I don't give hard love. Is that the word? Hard love? That's not even the right word. I hope y'all know what I'm trying to say, because I don't. That's what I said to you, though, I think, Sabrina.
You did. You're mean to me.
But that's not the right word. Tough love. Thank you. Not hard love. I'm like, hard love. So I was like, I'm sorry, you don't get to do that. When I'm asking you what your goal is, I want you to tell me what is your goal for the week, not to rah, rah, rah. So she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, we're too good of friends for you to just not give me a real goal. So you need to set a goal. I did that because this incentive is so great, you guys. And I just think that we need to have our mindset today on what your goal is for the month. My goal for the month is bigger than it normally is because we have this incentive. My goal is to get 3 new people to join my team. Why 3? Oh, because I would love to lock in this incentive soon, just because I like to do all my incentives that way. But also, I am fully recognizing that I'm having a baby and I'm a lot older, and I am not the superwoman I thought I was with my first and second baby. And I am going to take the time to rest that I didn't take with them. So I am recognizing that, and I want to hit it now. But I do that with every single incentive, you guys. I worked very hard to get it early. That way I'm not stressing those last 2 months. So that is my goal for that. My goal is $1,500. I did make a poster for the incentive, but it's downstairs and it's not pretty yet. I found my markers, so I'm going to make a pretty one and then I'll post it in Brave. Tracking that stuff is so important. So set a goal. Don't set a goal and think, oh, I'm going to get it, you know, in March. No, it is March. I mean, May. Focus on it now. Lisa told me today her goal, we were kind of talking about that, and I was like, yeah, I want 3 because I really want to, not only do I want to earn it, I want to work with those 3 and help them earn it. And the sooner they join me, the sooner they're going to get to earn it. Not only that, you guys, I am trying really hard to work with this core group of new frontline people who joined me over the last few months to help them get going on earning this trip. Not only that, you guys, I am digging into my team tomorrow, and I'm going to pick another core group of people that have told me they want it. I'm going to be working with them doing that. How am I doing that where it's not going to wear me out? If I'm being honest, I'm putting them in small groups. You may be in one of those small groups, right? And that's going to help me work with you. You work with me. That's going to help them build relationships. It is vital, okay? But you want to set the goal of how many people you want to talk to about the opportunity this month. But I say go big or go home. Set it on how many people you want to talk to this week, okay? So in the comments, I want you to think, you have a minute or two, and comment how many people you're going to talk to this week about the opportunity. If you're talking to a lot of people, but no one seems to be joining, I want you to take a minute and send what you're saying, send a screenshot to your director or your sponsor. Ask them, hey, how does this sound? And they will help you. Today with some of my new frontline people, I sent them a message. I sent them screenshots and I said, this is what I sent to someone I don't know. It was what I just told you guys about a referral. This is what I sent to someone that is a friend of mine. And this is what I sent to someone that is a customer. Our relationship is very business. And my friends, or one of the frontline said, this helps me so much. So if one of your downlines sends you a message, you're like, hey, can you help me with this? What am I doing wrong? You guys help them. Help them. It may be you getting that message from someone. People, they want help, right? Like they want to make sure they're not having diarrhea of the mouth, for lack of better wording. So make sure that you're helping. Another thing goes back to your business. Evaluate how you view your business and get that on track before expressing it to others. If this business is a burden to you and you're not happy and you're just not doing it, I don't know how you think anyone's going to join your team. No offense, but you have to figure out where you are in this business and what you think about it and how you feel about it. Because if you don't feel great about it, people are going to be able to tell in your conversations and in your body language. And you guys, I am preaching to the choir. Just telling someone earlier how it's gotten more difficult for me to talk to people that I personally know about Scentsy. I may have told you guys this at the beginning too, but my husband has gotten better about it and he'll bring it up. But then he leaves it all to me. And I've told him, no, if you bring it up, you got to finish it. Quit leaving me hanging. But I am making it where it's uncomfortable because they're seeing it's uncomfortable for me. So I have to figure that out in myself as well. So we need to evaluate how we view our business. I said this at the beginning, offer it as if offer it the opportunity for them, not for you. Ask questions and find out why they would want to do this, how this would help them. I always do that when I'm chatting with people. Well, if you're thinking about it, how will this help you? And then always ask your friends if they know anyone who would want to join this and have this opportunity. And always have like a dream team sheet. And it's okay to have your friends on there. I mean, my best friends are in Scentsy. Some of them started as my best friends. Some of them are my best friends because of Scentsy now. It's okay. But the key things are talking to people. Make a list. That's what I got. I mean, I have a whole lot. I'm going to try and find this file and put it up there for you guys. Does anyone else want to add anything or ask questions or add anything? We all recruit differently.
That was good. So I just asked people. That's what I got for you. I literally just ask them. I try to find out why this business would best benefit them. And I'm never afraid to recruit my best customer, because if they love the product, they're probably already more than likely sharing it with people that they know. I'm a believer, if you only have 5 or 6 people that you know that love to smell good, like this is a business for you, because then those 5 or 6 people know 5 or 6 people, and then those 5 or 6 people know 5 or 6 people, and guess what? It's network marketing, and that's how you grow. So I just ask and find out, like, do you just want to get some free stuff, or, you know, I don't know, do you need to buy some diapers? Like, what could it do for you? You know, like for me, my why has changed like so much over the like course, but I guess my recruiting's always stayed the same, and I've kind of always just thought of it as, what could this do for them? You know, all of that. That's what I got. Everyone.
I have a way that I like to find, you know, people on my friends list or on my Facebook that might need or want for me to offer the opportunity. Anyway, I don't know if y'all remember, but I did like a video in Brave about how to search within groups. Well, you can search within the entire Facebook world too. So like think of like the word broke. Thanks, Lexi. Think of, you know, keywords, broke, mechanic. Maybe they're talking about their car, they had to take it to the mechanic, or, you know, words that people may need money, or lonely. Maybe they would join Scentsy because they want to meet people. But anyway, you can put that into the search bar, and then you click on posts, and it's going to bring up posts that people have made with those keywords. And then you can go to where you just see posts from your friends. So you're not seeing the entire Facebook world. And then that kind of gives you a quick list of people that you might want to reach out to. So, you know, again, just think of the keywords that you may want to, that person may need Scentsy. Thanks, Lexi. My hair did it.
So my thing that I would say, don't decide for everyone, because that's what I've done. Oh, they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. I'm not going to ask them. So I have to remind myself that I don't know what everybody wants, even if I think I do.
And if you don't ask them, you're going to wake up and they will have joined another company.
Exactly. So this is what I did. I'm actually stuffing like my March mailers right now. And I sent some things to be printed to include. And I did 2 different ones, and I'm just throwing them in whichever. So this one has the info, and then this one has it. And I'm throwing it in every single envelope. I'm putting it in every single order I packed this month. I'm not going to decide for them. So I'm going to let them actually choose.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, one last question. I'm going to have you guys type in your biggest fear when it comes to recruiting. And I'm going to answer a couple questions, and then I will go because it has been an hour and I'm sorry. What do you send to customers who haven't ordered in a while? So one of the things for me, I usually only do that once or twice a year, and I'll go through and I'll send something, and sometimes it's a message. And I was just looking at my customers today, and I thought, wow, they haven't ordered in a while. I'm just going to send them a message as I'm following up. Hey, it's been a while. I thought you may need to restock. We have our new Scentsy Spring Summer fragrances out, and I always add a graphic. Also, how do you approach it, and what do you say if they say something along the lines of, no, I don't do Scentsy anymore? I'll tell you that I just say, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, and then I carry on. I'm not gonna, you know, people, a lot of times, I don't know. I just have tried not to go there with a lot of people because you just never know what they're going to say. Sometimes people get it made up in their mind they don't want to use it, and I'm not going to try and beg them. I'm trying to see if there's any more questions I missed. What?
I had a party this past weekend, and the host mother-in-law probably 30 times said, oh, I don't do wax. I only do oils. Okay.
That's great. We have an awesome selection of oils.
Oh, yes. Then I got the Young Living speech. So I just moved right along, and she ended up buying a mini fan and 3 packs of pods. You never know.
Yes, and now we've got so many different options. If you don't want to use wax, don't use wax, you know? I think there was a comment today in the director page saying we need more pods because we have people now that are just like, that's all they're buying because they love these things. So all that. So I'll tell you guys before the call, I posted in the director group, y'all don't let me forget to do the giveaway because Well, because I forget everything. So I'm actually have done multiple giveaways tonight, and it's all the stuff y'all have been commenting. So you won't know who won till either later tonight or tomorrow, because I'm actually going to go through all the comments and do random drawings. But I did it that way. I don't even know how many things I'm mailing out this week. I may be up to 10 or 15. I don't know. I may have just got happy asking for all y'all's information. So if you were a director, I have lots of messages. Did you forget? Did you forget? Thank you for the reminder. So I'll be going through and saving what you guys have said, and I'll let you know who the giveaway winners are, and I'll be sending you some fun stuff before I leave for Colorado this week. Listen, if you have questions, do you want to say hi to my friends? Oh, I'm in the No Cavity Club. We're excited. If you have questions about recruiting or you have ideas, please share and brave. I would love to see you guys go share your biggest takeaway from tonight. Also, I would love, love, love to see a lot of you follow. If you've been around for a while and you know how to do like your goal sheet or whatever for this incentive, do it. I'm going to try and get mine posted probably tomorrow. I have a list of things to work tomorrow while they're at their school. And I'll post it, and I would love to see you guys do the same. Let's earn this incentive. I'm telling you, it can be done. And the biggest thing, and a lot of you are going to find it for yourself, the biggest thing is going to be getting out of your own head, out of your comfort zone in recruiting, because the PRV can happen in 4 months. 100%, it can. It's the recruiting, and it's not just you. It's all of us. It's all of us. So don't think you're alone. And if you have struggles, you have worries, don't be negative. Just come ask for help, and we would love to help, or post and brave. Just keep it positive and how we can all lift each other and help. So thank you guys for tuning in. There will be giveaway winners, all based on this chat. So talk to you later.